it looks as if the CIA, of all places, is actually now woker than ever, is more woke than other companies that are even out there nowadays. So what we're talking about here is this video featuring this lady, and she's going through all of these ridiculous things that just turn this into the most woke video I think I've ever seen from a company. So before we get into this, just a quick reminder to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, but the best way you can help me out here is to share this video. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit of this video, and I'll kind of pause it as things are happening and react to what is going on and why this is so woke. So let's go ahead and get into this.
When I was 17, I quoted Zora Neale Hurston's How It Feels to Be Colored Me in my college application essay. The line that spoke to me stated simply, I am not tragically colored. There is no sorrow dammed up in my soul nor lurking behind my eyes. I do not mind at all. At 17, I had no idea what life would bring, but Zora's sentiment articulated so beautifully how I felt as a daughter of immigrants then and now. Nothing about me was or is tragic. I am perfectly made.
Now, hearing this, when you hear them talk about this, because this is going to be echoed throughout this entire video, where it starts off talking about all of these things that they are and how it's so good to be the way that they are. But what you're going to see, and it says, I am perfectly made, okay? And normally, I think if people hear that out of context, it's like, oh, well, you know, in the Bible, it talks about the fact that humans are made in God's own image and this kind of way like that. But that's not what she's saying here, because this perfectly made idea that she's talking about is literally saying that I am perfect in every way. So let's go ahead and continue with this.
I can wax eloquent on complex legal issues in English while also belting Guayaquil de mis amores in Spanish. I can change a diaper with one hand and console a crying toddler with the other. I am a woman of color. I am a mom. I am a cisgender millennial who's been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I am intersectional, but my existence is not a box-checking exercise.
Okay, first of all, that's probably one of the worst parts in the video. You literally check all of your boxes. I'm a female, I'm a woman of color, I'm this, I'm that, I have this mental disorder. Basically, it's the victimhood list, right? And then you go in and say, but I'm not about checking boxes, even though I just literally checked every single one that would make me fit into the narrative that this video is intended to set. How can you do that? Like, how do you not... Like, how can somebody actually do a video like this and not realize how hypocritical that is? You literally just ticked boxes. If you're not about ticking boxes, then you never would have even have brought that up. Isn't that the case? I mean, these people walk around with this, like, I guess the check boxes on their forehead. Look at me, I'm this, and the more that you have, the better I am. That's basically what she's doing here.
I am a walking declaration. A woman whose inflection does not rise at the end of her sentences suggests...
So once again, this right here is another one of these stupid stereotypes that left-wing people, for some reason, think is this big deal, where they say, oh, well, women tend to have an upwards inflection at the end of their sentences because that, you know, makes it sound like they're unsure of themselves. It's some cultural thing that's caused them to not speak or to speak that way, and we must fight against that and not do that on purpose so that, you know, we get rid of that. And they once again are using this as a way of saying, I'm proud of that. I am doing this thing that is not very womanly like in society, therefore worship me.
That a question has been asked. I did not sneak into CIA. My employment was not and is not the result of a fluke or slip through the cracks.
Wait, what? Are you really sure about that? So she just said, oh, I didn't sneak into the CIA. In other words, what she's saying is, I earned my spot here. I am only here because I'm just really good at my job. But are you paying attention to what that award says right there? What does that say there? Award for Diversity and Inclusion. So you're telling me that you're in the same sentence telling us that you were not hired because of the fact that you're a woman of color and all of those boxes that you were literally just checking for us in this video, but we're literally looking at this award here for diversity and inclusion. Guys, like, are they paying attention to this video at all? Are they realizing how dumb this is? This is what makes it woke, because it's not just woke, it's stupid. It's to the point of being preposterous, and they don't even get it. They don't see how dumb this is.
I earned my way in, and
No, you
I
didn't.
earned my way up the ranks of this organization.
No, you didn't.
I am educated, qualified, and competent, and sometimes I struggle. I struggle feeling like I could do more, be more to my 2 sons, and I struggle leaving the office when I feel there's so much more to do. I used to struggle with imposter syndrome, but at 36, I refuse to internalize misguided patriarchal ideas of what a woman can or should be. I am tired of
What? This makes no sense, because she's talking about being basically that she sometimes should be a better mother and all these things, but at the same time it's like, but I'm not going to pay attention to all of that stuff that's saying that women should be actually focused and career focused. I mean, this is really hitting on so many of the problems with the current day left-wing ideology. This idea of the fact that a lot of people on the left wing do not respect mothers at all, especially stay-at-home moms, and they want women to be entirely in a full-time job for the rest of their lives and have no family life whatsoever, and say, these other kids, well, forget about them. I'm career focused, so that's all that matters to me. And she's literally saying in the video, oh, well, sometimes I feel like there should be these, that I should be a better mother, but forget that, career. Like, is that something that's, I guess, a good idea to them? How is that something that's okay? It's really just ridiculous.
feeling like I'm supposed to apologize for the space I occupy rather than intoxicate people with my effort,
I don't even know what to
my
talk about
brilliance. I am proud of me, full stop. My parents left everything they knew and loved to expose me to opportunities they never had. Because of them, I stand here today a proud first-generation Latina and officer at CIA. I am unapologetically me. I want you to be unapologetically you, whoever you are.
Well, that's just a blatant lie. Because if anybody in there is a woman that says, hey, look, I'm going to leave because I want to raise my family and be a stay-at-home mom, she's not going to respect them for that. She's not going to respect the conservatives that may or may not work around her, that could care less what she is and what boxes she ticks. She could care less. And that's the problem, is that that's a blatant lie.
Know your worth. Command your space. Mija, you're worth it.
Well, and really what this showcases to me is this idea of this overconfidence. It's not about this biblical understanding of being made in the image of God. It's because that understands that we as individuals still are fallen from the grace of God or the glory of God. And yet you're looking at this person here that's just saying, no, I'm perfect in every way. Don't criticize me. Don't say that I can do something better. Don't do anything. These people are the same ones that if you try to talk to them about God are the same ones that'll just outright be like, don't tell me how to live my life and blah, 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 blah. They're not receptive because they're buying into this left-wing lie that they are perfect no matter what they do. Don't change. If you feel like doing it, do it. Nobody cares. Just go ahead and do it. And you're always in the right. Whatever you think is right is right. It's like the worst way to parent a child. You tell them that everything they're doing is perfectly fine. Just go do it and you'll be okay. If you want that candy, you eat only candy. If you don't want this, you can not have that. We're not going to make you do anything as parents. That's basically what we're seeing here at this point, is that people are getting rid of the checks and balances in their lives. The people that are telling them, hey, maybe you ought to be a better mother to those 2 kids. And just saying, you know what, forget it. They're full-time, they're empowered and so strong, so forget all of that stuff. Forget actually having a good family life, being there for your children. Forget all of that stuff. Focus on your career only, and only do that. And then somehow you'll fulfill the rest of the left-wing ideology about the way things should be for women in the United States. That's basically what we're seeing in this video. And it's just so hypocritical. There's so many moments in here where it's like, are they listening to themselves? Like, are you really looking at this video that you were hired because of the boxes you ticked? You were promoted because of the boxes you ticked. And the fact that you're even in this video is because of the fact that you ticked these boxes. Because they would never do a video like this for a white male. They don't fit the narrative. They just don't. And that's the point, is that you didn't earn it. You didn't earn any of this. And if you're looking back and you're seeing that, and you know that you got into this job and you were promoted based off of these boxes that you ticked there, then you're not going to be very proud of that, are you? There's nothing to be proud of. You would think that these people would realize that and see the hypocrisy, but of course they never do. And that's the problem with these people. So really crazy coming from the CIA of all places. I mean, this really shows that not only the CIA, but I'm sure the FBI, many other organizations like this are extremely woke and are no longer the ones that they used to be, or having the respect that they used to garner across the world. And now we just have other countries laughing at us. So that's always just great, right? But either way, that's all I have for you on this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel as well. But with that being said, I will see you on the next one.